Do you ensure competency? Now, how do you ensure competency? By having internal training, internal discussions. 7.3, awareness. Make people aware of the policy, their roles, and their contributions. Dapat alam yung policy. No? Contributions to information security, alam dapat ng mga tao yan. No? The ultimate test is, okay, you ask someone, why do you need to lock the workstation? Basic question. No? The DSWD employee should be able to answer you. No, I need to lock my workstation so that no unauthorized person can access my computer. No? At the most basic, yun yung sinasabing their contributions. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng compliance officer lang. No? Mapapagod kayo kung kayo lang. So you need to make people aware, you need to make people understand their, at least yung basic contribution nila on how to secure information. Hindi kaya ng management lang. Alright, hindi kaya ng compliance officers lang. 7.4, communication. Determine the need for communication, including what, when, with whom to communicate, especially when there are incidents. When there are incidents, when there are breaches, it is important that we provide timely communication. Okay, I'll tell you a story. Hindi ito lumabas, no? There is a service provider for a telco. No? During a routine maintenance ng data center ng telco, may nagalaw siya na hindi dapat nagalaw, no? And he tried to solve it on his own, no? Nung hindi niya na-solve, parang sabi niya during the interview, he decided to sleep on it. Kumbaga tinulugan niya. Siguro ina-expect niya na pagising niya, okay na lang. It cost the service provider millions. No, kasi nag-down yung mga services nung telco. So communication is very important. We must know when to escalate. No? Hanggang saan natin i-escalate? Di ba? Hanggang kay George ba? Hanggang kay Director CJ ba? Hanggang saan natin i-escalate yung mga issues? No? So again, this borders on incident management. Kung ganito yung incident, hanggang saan yung escalation natin. And then lastly, document management. Right. No? There's a wealth of documented information na dapat minamanage natin. Policies, procedures, SOPs, and everything in between. What is working for you is that there is an established document management system. Kasi certified sa ISO 9001 ang DSWD. No? Ang hindi ko lang alam is if the document management system is already cascaded to the field officers. Ano dyan? Cascaded na ba yun? Yung mga document control procedures. For adoption pa lang.
Yes, wala na kasi yung applicable sa akin.
Yeah. Pero kailan yun? Kailan yung cascade no? George? Sir George. Can you tell us something about the document management system that is currently being implemented in the head office? Meron tayong document management doon owing to the fact that we have ISO 9001. Now, my question is, yung bang ISO 9001 system of managing documents cascaded na sa mga field offices?
Yes, sir.
Sino na cascade no? PDPD?
CART na rin po.
CART na rin. Okay. So meron na. Okay. Good. Thank you. Section 8, operations. Simple lang ito. Sinasabi lang dito, the requirement here is that we carry out operational planning and we need to control our processes. Yung mga processes natin, pag-update ng mga antivirus, making sure that the access controls are implemented, making sure that the inventory are conducted in a timely manner. It must be under proper operational planning and control. Kaya tayo mag-inventory. Second quarter. Bakit second quarter? Hindi pwedeng first? Yung ganun tipo. Ibig sabihin, pinag-isipan natin. there is proper planning on the operational processes. And then 8.2, 8.3, sinasabi lang dito na mag-conduct tayo ng regular risk assessment. Guys, take note. Yung standard, no? The standard, the ISO standard will tell us what to do. It will not tell us how to do it. 8.2. Conduct regular information security risk assessment. Napakadali namang sabihin, conduct monthly risk assessment. Conduct quarterly. Hindi. Sabi ng standard, ito yung gagawin nyo. Kung paano nyo gagawin yan, bahala kayo. Right, ulitin ko, now the standard tells us what to do, but not how to do it. So we decide. We decide on the regularity on when we conduct the risk assessment. Once a year, George, or twice a year?
Quarterly, sir, because on the 9001 we have a management review that is quarterly or as needed.
Okay.
So we will just realign the risk management discussion
Sige.
with that management review, which is
Sige.
every 3 months.
Alright. Sige. Oh guys, no, baka sabihin niyo, ang dami naman quarterly. No, masakit yan sa una. No? Sorry. Matrabaho yan sa una. Kasi you have to look at the assets, you have to put all the risks. So it's really tedious work, no? Yung mga follow-up na per quarter reassessments, madali na yun kasi may baseline ka na eh. Ang titingnan mo na lang, what are the changes? You have to ask yourself, okay, from quarter 1 to quarter 2, meron ba kaming dinagdag na bagong assets? Meron, bumili kami ng bagong server, o dagdag natin sa risk register natin. And then what are the new risks? No? So tedious lang yan sa simula. Okay? Next, section 9. Performance evaluation. This is now the check phase. Dito papasok yung internal audit at saka yung management review. How often do we audit, George? How many times a year?
For the internal audit, we do it annually. Or as needed, yes.
No? And I'm happy to see that some of the people I've trained as internal auditors nandito. They are, fulfilling their role as compliance officers. No? Mag-strategize tayo, George, kung paano yung audits na
Yun actually is sa mga sponsor namin.
ng field offices, di ba? Maganda yun. We strategize. No? And then we have the management review. Management review is reviewing and reporting the performance of the ISMS to top management. Of course, gusto malaman ni ASEC, ano ba nangyari? Nag-request kayo ng 5 million last year. Anong ginawa nyo sa 5 million? Di ba? Anong binili ninyo? Alright? And then lastly, we have improvement, corrective action, and continual improvement. No? The principle of continual improvement is that we must not fall into dormancy. We must always look at the possibility, the chances, the probabilities of improving our processes. Also, in alignment with the changing times. Okay? And then meron kang corrective actions. Pag may non-conformity, meron ka dapat corrective action na i-implement. Okay? So, we have 10 minutes. That is the end of the ISO foundational training. In the afternoon, tama-tama, risk assessment yung pag-uusapan natin. And we'll do it per regions. Any question muna on the requirements? 1 to 10. 4 to 10 pala. Any questions? Kung wala ako magtatanong.
Kung check namin, sir, kasali outside SMS, no?
The scope.
Yes.
If you are going to ask me, ideally, dapat, look at it this way, no? Meron tayong antivirus policy or password protection policy, di ba? And imagine if only the ICTMS is implementing that password policy. What about those departments or those divisions outside of the ICTMS? So from the perspective, from a department-wide perspective, mas maganda, kaya alam ko ideally, kung lahat ng ginagawa nating policies, processes will be cascaded to to all. And I think eventually doon din naman papunta yun. We're just starting with ICTMS.
So yung pagpupulis ng mga data, like for example mo kanina, yung sa document na nakita sa photocopier, so kami pa rin ang pupulis nun.
In regard to that, si George na yung makakasagot sa inyo.
We recommend this.
Hindi mo siya compare sa 9001?
Hindi.
Hindi yung data na content ng data. Whatever the scenario na naintindihan ko is, if merong document na nakita, nakakalat, somewhere, for example, most likely sa Xerox machine, which is happening sa mga offices natin, tap your security team or the reviewer.
Nawala yung recipe na nakita.
Yes, yung mga ganun bagay.
Yeah. Kasi kumbaga, that is an information security incident.
Anyway, it's not only you. It should be all together with the information security team, cybersecurity team, because it is a shared responsibility. So,
Pakinggan na kami ng yung guidelines.
actually ngayon, pwede nyo naman pag nakita ko sa text machine na mayroong pinrint, lalo ng mga PBS na nakita kayo, tap your team na kanina to, keep it.
COP, no?
Then sa inyo kunin. Kasi we should be protecting those information, those data. Information rather. So it's an initiative for information security. And as a compliance officer, dapat tayong establish na culture na yun. So we should be the one championing that culture na makikita nila, ay, si Sir nandyan. So may transfer niya sa kanila. And sooner or later sana, we're looking na pati sila, oy, may pinrint ako, kukunin na kagad nila dito sa machine. Or kapag may dala-dala mo sila confidential document, they know how to keep it in a folder. Para hindi yung habang naglalakad, nakabalanda sa elevator yung confidential document o walang protection. Yung mga ganun. Establish it in your respective offices.
I think it boils down also to the specific job description or job role of the compliance officer. Hanggang saan yung limits and boundaries nila.
Parang yung ganung strategy actually, parang nakayo-audit nun eh.
Any other good questions? Ayaw nyo namang tanong kasi gusto nyo namang
Sir, okay, related to the question of Sir Philbert, are those incidents, should those incidents be reported or documented? Like,
it should be documented because there is a requirement under RA 10173 that incident shall be logged and then reported. Meron tayo dapat log ng mga incidents na yun.
therefore, there will be templates.
I think if you go to the national NPC website, may mga downloadable templates and forms sila doon na pwede magamit.
Thanks, sir.
Okay? Alright, if there are no more questions, pwede na tayo mag-lunch. And then please be back here by 1 p.m. for the walkthrough of the risk assessment. Alright? Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir.